All right, so you're making that decision, that big decision. You're pulling the trigger and making the move out to Thailand. You've got all your bags packed, all your suitcases, the big one, the middle-sized one, the small one, the carry-on, the backpack, the laptop. You got it all ready to go. You got your ticket paid for. You're just waiting for that day to come where you go to the airport and you take off. Well, before you do that, I got to tell you, don't take all that luggage. I'm going to give you a list of things not to bring with you when you make your move out to Thailand. We'll do that right now. Are you ready? Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, what's up? JJ the Lonely Bull in Asia, here at my favorite place, O'Shea's. It is a Buddha holiday today. So being outdoors at O'Shea's, there's no alcohol allowed. So I'm having my Nam Plao Yen, my cold water. It's a warm day today anyway. Looks like it might rain a little later. But I want to talk about if you're making the plans to take that trip to Thailand. And we're not talking just a 2-week vacation. We're talking that permanent vacation. You're moving here. I want to tell you that don't overthink it. I'm going to tell you things you shouldn't pack. We're going to do that right now. You ready? Okay, first of all, don't bring too many clothes, okay? Especially jeans, jackets, long sleeve shirts. You don't need a lot of that unless you're planning on doing some trips up in the mountains. But you know what? If you're a big guy and you don't think you can find your size here, maybe bring one pair of long pants, jeans or slacks. Don't pack too many just tank tops and gym shorts and sandals, because if you plan on going to the temples or government places like immigration or the palaces, they won't let you in if you're showing your shoulders or you're showing your knees. You know, it's like the old song, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You don't want to show any of that stuff. So bring one pair of long pants. That's all you need, one pair. And make sure you're not just packing tank tops. Bring sleeve shirts. And it doesn't have to be long sleeve. It could be short sleeve like this. It could be collared or just a nice t-shirt. But yeah, don't bring a lot either. You can buy things here on the cheap. Now, if you go to these big fashion malls, you're going to pay a little more than you probably would, or at least as much as you probably would in the West. But if you go to the night markets, you can find some pretty decent deals on clothes, and you're going to find some really nice clothes, pants, shirts, socks, things like that at a really decent price. I mean, I bought this shirt for 200 baht, which is like $6. So you can get really good deals. So I wouldn't bring a lot, maybe 1 week's worth of clothes, and then just buy as you go, as you need. And like I said, not just gym shorts and tank tops. To be honest with you, it's looked down upon if you're in the streets of Bangkok and you're walking around in a tank top. You may think you look good, but the locals kind of frown on that. So I would bring or buy, when you get here, clothes that cover your shoulders and make you look appropriate, make you look a little more, for lack of a better term, classy. So keep it classy, San Diego. And when you come to Bangkok, keep it classy, Bangkok. You don't need to bring a bunch of shoes either. Now, these are some of the mistakes I made when I first came here. I brought, a pair of tennis shoes, maybe 2 pair of tennis shoes, a couple of dress shoes, sandals. I brought all this stuff, and you don't need that. I mean, I wear a size 12, so I've got a pretty big foot, and I can find my size here. The shoes I have now these are Thai tennis shoes, running shoes, and they only cost, I think they cost me $30, less than $30, and they're really nice. And I got them in my size, and I got them at the Platinum Mall, which is one of the malls in Bangkok that sells discount items. So they may be knockoff. These aren't knockoff because they're actual Thai brand shoes. But you can get the Hokas and whatever that, you know, whatever else, the Nikes and the Pumas and the Adidas. You can get those, maybe a knockoff, but you're going to get them really cheap. And you know, for $20, $25, $30, you can't go wrong, right? So don't bring a lot of shoes. You can buy them here unless you got like Bigfoot, Sasquatch feet, then you might have some trouble. But other than that, just buy them here at the night market. You're going to find really good deals. One thing I will tell you, electronics can be as expensive, or maybe in some instances more expensive here in Thailand than they are in the West, because the import fees that are added to these items. So you may want to bring your laptop with you, but you know what? I wouldn't bring a lot of stuff. You can go to these. There's some like MBK Mall. There's a couple other malls that sell all electronics, and you can get secondhand, refurbished at work fine. The camera I'm using right now is a secondhand camera, and it works perfectly. So, and I got it super cheap. So you can find these deals. You just have to look around. But you know, if you've got that one laptop that you like, you may have to bring that with you. But I would just kind of, you know, maybe cut back on the amount of things you bring. Now you may have to bring an adapter, like a power adapter for plugging into the power outlets here in Bangkok. Most items you don't need that. There won't be an issue, but you just gotta be aware that some of your items may not convert. So you might have to have that adapter. So get one. You can get it real cheap on Amazon, or you can go to the hardware store or wherever and buy something really cheap. Another thing is bathroom items. Don't bring a bunch of toiletries. I mean, you can bring the essentials, you know, the small toothbrush. If you're going to be staying in a hotel for a couple of days before you actually make your permanent move, you can bring the small toothpaste. You can bring your favorite toothbrush, deodorant. There are some items that they don't have here, but shampoo, you can find all the Western shampoos. You can find good soap, body wash. One thing you have to be aware of is that a lot of the body wash and the face wash scrubs are the whitening kind, because they love to whiten their skin here. So just be on the lookout for that. Don't make that mistake of buying those things. But the other thing is, if you like, I use pomade, Crew pomade, and I can't find it here. I have the medium hold with the shine, and I like it. I've been using it for years. People say I color my hair. It's not that. It's because of that Crew pomade. It gives it that little shine. But I can't find it here. And they don't ship it here on Amazon. So I used to be able to, when I lived in the Philippines, I was able to order it on Amazon. They'd ship it to the Philippines, but they don't ship it here in Thailand. So, but I did find that I can get it on Lazada. So it's important when you're here, get a couple of apps, Shopee and Lazada, and there's going to be lifesavers for you to order things online. Other things that you might want to bring with you, obviously your medications. Now you might be able to find some prescription medications here that are cheaper, but over-the-counter things like ibuprofen, Zyrtec, the generic Zyrtec, it's going to be a little more expensive than you would in the West. And again, I can't. They won't ship here on Amazon, those items. So if that's something you need, bring a lot of it with you. You'll have a few months that you have that. Other than that, you know, they've got, like I said, they've got all the shampoos you need. They've got all the toothpaste you need. You can find any toothbrush you want, just like in the West. All that is available, readily available at all the grocery stores here, whether it's Lotus's or Big C or, you know, any of the big ones. If you're big into sunscreen too, bring it with you because it's more expensive here. I don't do sunscreen. I don't believe in it. I'm never out in the sun that long anyway. But if you're one of those people that like that sunscreen and you need it, I would bring it from the States or from the West because If you buy it here, it's going to be a lot more expensive. So you're going to run into that issue. Okay, so before I get to the last item, if you think you've downsized, downsize again. So if you've got all your luggage packed, go through it again and look through items and throw out stuff. It's like you're on a dating site. Swipe left and swipe right, you know? So if like, oh, I don't really need that. Oh, I don't really need that. I'll bring 1 week's worth of underwear, 1 week's worth of socks, and then I can buy more if I need to here when I get here. You don't need to bring all your underwear drawer, all your sock drawer with you. You don't need any of that. So if you think you've downsized enough, go through it again and downsize again, because you can buy things really cheap here. And then if you end up leaving, you can just give that stuff away or toss it because it didn't cost you anything. You know, maybe it cost you 100 baht for 3 pair of socks, you know? So that's $3. That's $1 a sock for a pair of socks. So really, go through your items one more time. If you think you got it downsized enough, go through it one more time and just kind of get rid of the stuff that you really don't need. That was one of the biggest mistakes I made. I've got clothes in my closet that I've never worn since I moved here 3.5 years ago. Never worn it. So why did I pack it? I don't know. I thought I would need it, but I don't. So if I had to do it all again, if I had somebody to tell me before I moved what to bring and what not to bring and what to downsize, I would have been so thankful for it. So hopefully this helps you. All right, final item. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell too so you get notified when I post new videos. The final item not to bring when you move to Thailand is your bad attitude. Don't bring it. We don't need it here. You don't need it here. You're going to be a lot better off if you leave your crap at home and just come here with an open mind and all the weight of the world off your shoulders and just enjoy the land of smiles and the city of angels that's Bangkok, and you'll just have a wonderful time. And I hope you do. And I hope I see you if you come out here. Make sure you let me know if you're on your way here or when you get here. I would love to meet up with you. So that's my list. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If there's anything I missed, I'm sure there is. This is kind of off the cuff. I'm waiting for a friend. We're going to go take a walk in the park, get some steps in. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. As always, live life, my friend. And we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.